Alright guys, I'm playing Roblox. Oh my gosh, it's Roblox. And I'm playing this game. I'm playing a game. Yeah, this is a game and oh my lord, bro. Please just let me play the fucking thing. And this is a game made by people on the internet. It is in fact a game. Yep, I know how to play fucking hobbies, mate. Piss off. Yep. And it's a game. It's actually a game made by people. And when I play this game, it actually makes me feel like I'm playing a game, because when you play video games, you actually play games. And I know this is kind of crazy, but today I was actually playing a game, and you know, sometimes I just feel like I play so many games, and it just feels like, whoa, I play games, you know? I'm playing a game right now. This is a game, if you can't tell. Right here, what I'm playing is actually an hobby game. And the point of these games, like Tower, is actually to make you jump across the platforms and stuff. Because when you do that in the game, you actually, it actually helps you get to the top of the tower, which actually helps you proceed throughout the game. And when you actually, I don't know if people realize this, but sometimes when you play games, you actually really just play them. And it might come as a surprise, but I've played quite a few games in my life. Now, this game is, I may have messed up on that part, but in games you do actually mess up sometimes, and the whole point of games, hobby games, fucking parkour games, hobby tower game, Tower of Hell game, is actually, you know, you actually mess up quite a bit, like I did there, just again. And you see, it's actually quite okay to mess up in these games, because it's part of playing the game. So when I play games, I actually like to think, wow, this game that I'm playing right now, it is a game, and I'm inside of it, and I'm controlling this character inside the game. And it's just so beautiful that we are actually able to create games like this. And it is amazing and incredible, and wow. And I sit here and I play this game. Before I was playing another game, I was playing Pokemon. I was playing Pokemon ZA on my computer. And it's so crazy that there's just so many different ways to play all the games. You know, I actually understand how these games work. See, I've done that before, because there was another game that is restricted now. That I don't think you can play. It was actually quite difficult, and I used to try and finish it, but I never could. But that game is in the past. I don't think that game is playable anymore, seeing as though it is a game that has been discontinued, an unplayable game. Now, sometimes that does happen to games, and it is actually quite upsetting. However, I wouldn't be so upset about it, because it is just, you know, sometimes that is just a game that happens, and that's just how the game of fame goes, I suppose. But obviously, you know, not every game is famous. Remember this path. Oh wow, okay. Not bad. Yeah, but obviously there is evil people in these games like that, who are trying to slip you up in the games. Like, why would they put that there? Who made this stupid game? This game is making me upset. And I thought that would have been okay, because that is in fact a part of the game that they have made me they have shown me. But now obviously another part of games is puzzle solving, and I have just solved a puzzle there where I make more of the game playable. And after you make more of the game playable, it actually makes you it actually helps you like play the game, because once you play games, it's just kind of gets you ready to play more of the game. And that's what learning is, you know. And when I play games, I like to learn. And sometimes pressing buttons isn't enough for me. So sometimes I have to get my calculator out to calculate. No, I don't. What am I on about? No, what? But sometimes in games, you do have to calculate things. Like, there's this one other game that people play sometimes, it's called the Limbus Company. And I see a lot of people play that game, but it's just kind of like, you know, games are meant to be played. And I think it's quite beautiful that games get played, because when games play, game play. Yep. And that's what they call playing games. That's what they call recording it. They call recording games gameplay, because it actually shows you playing the game yourself. And I think that's pretty cool, because at some point we actually didn't have gameplay. Now, this is very strange to think about. Who the fuck? Why do you keep messaging me? What do you want? Agree or disagree? I'd say it's 64. Yeah, like, you know, sometimes people play games, and I'm actually about to finish this game here. So when the game actually ends, usually when games end like that, it's actually because, you know, the game has ended. And sometimes people... Sometimes when that happens, the game ends, and then once the game ends, actually inspires you to go and play more games. And you know, games are a thing that people do play sometimes, and as you can see, what the fuck, why is there more? Right, whatever. As you can see, when there's games, you know, people play them. People play a lot of games, and it's kind of crazy that so many games get played. Do you know how many games get played in a day? It's a lot of games. And I just think it's so crazy that there's so many people out there just like creating games and stuff. Like, it's so easy to create games now that I could leave this game and go make a game like this. I could make Stitch's etoh tower, and that'd be crazy. That'd be an amazing game. And because it was made by me, and I'm like a connoisseur of games, so I think I do a pretty good job. Okay, but sometimes what you've got to understand with games is not all games are good, and sometimes people make bad games, but I think that's okay, because it's all part of the experience of life and creating art. And I think games aren't really... There's not really any way to have a bad game unless it's like a soulless game, you know? Like, I think anyone can find enjoyment in anything. Like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And it's like, I think that's the beautiful part of life, you know? Like, not everyone thinks the same way, and everyone is different, and not everyone plays the same games. And not everyone plays games the same way. And maybe I think a game is bad, but you think a game is good, and we disagree. But that's okay in life, because no one is the be all end all in life, you know. And I think there's some people out there that will say, I'm the main character and you're the side character, and I think you're stupid. And I think it's just not nice. And it's like, they'll make themselves seem bigger than they are because they have insecurities. And, you know, I don't think I have that many insecurities, because I don't put myself to other people's expectations like that. It's just kind of like, you know, I don't big myself up like that. And I think in life you shouldn't take what other people are saying as belief. Like, it's kind of like religion in that, you know, like, not every... Maybe you're a Christian. I don't know, but maybe some people don't believe in that. Personally, as you can see, I'm dressed as a fucking Helldiver character, so I'm probably not, you know, one to take that much word for it. But I know there's people out there that are very devoted to it. But I think you shouldn't let it impede on other people's lives, and you shouldn't let it change, you know, like, decisions you made in the past, because that's all part of life. And it's like, you shouldn't let some person that might not... We can't say he's real. We don't know. Oh wait, I finished it. Right. Anyway, as we can... I not finished? Fuck. Okay, wait, no, I can keep going. Okay. But yeah, I just don't think, you know, we should be open to all beliefs, and I think there's all different walks of life, and all different games. And I don't think anyone should be able to take that away from anyone. Because I think it's horrible to, you know, get rid of things because they are perceived as evil by people. Like, not everyone's going to think something's evil. Like, there can be evil games perceived by some people, but that doesn't mean the game shouldn't be able to play by all people. That's why I think if you go back in the past and you try to remove things that you did in the past, I think you can never change the past. It's always going to be there. You can make like a game with poor controls, but not every game is gonna, you know, that's just part of the whole game making experience. Like, it's never gonna be, you know, but am I finished now? Oh. Okay, well, that's the end of my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll come back and do more games. At some point, there'll be more games. This guy's gonna speak to me now, so let me see this, and then, you know, it's the end. Like, I don't think there's any more game. This is pretty cool, though. This is a cool looking game. This reminds me of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I jump from the clock. But yeah, this guy wants to speak to me. I think that's fine, honestly. You know, it's all part of the learning experience in games and such. And I think if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, okay? Yes, yeah, I can see it. Leave a like and subscribe if you like my video. And I'll see you in the next one, where I play maybe the same game, maybe it's a different game. I'm not sure yet, but I'll see you then.